highlighting sea lamprey control, all about larval assessment. The Great Lakes Fishery Commission, together with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and Fisheries and Oceans Canada, employ an integrated pest management program to control sea lampreys across the Great Lakes Basin. Cost-effective control requires information about where populations of sea lamprey larvae are highest, where suitable spawning habitat exists, and insight into the various factors that influence the overall population trends. Assessment of sea lamprey populations is used to inform decisions about which control methods to use, as well as timing and location of their deployment. Sea lamprey assessment data are also used to evaluate the performance of past control efforts. After hatching, sea lampreys spend a significant portion of their lives in tributaries as filter-feeding larvae, from 3 to 10 years. Sea lamprey control begins when biologists assess tributaries to determine which ones contain larval sea lampreys. Larval assessment is critical in determining the presence, distribution, size structure, and abundance of larval sea lampreys in infested tributaries. This information helps the Commission decide where and when lampricides should be applied. Additional assessments are performed after lampricide applications are completed to measure how effective the treatment was. What does larval assessment involve? Larval assessments take place in both shallow and deep waters. In shallow waters, biologists use battery-powered backpack electrofishers to conduct surveys. The backpacks deliver electricity to the stream water, stimulating the larvae to emerge from their burrows to be captured. Where the larvae live in deep, hard-to-reach waters, there are two methods that can be used to stimulate larvae to the surface. These areas, broadly categorized as lintic areas, include estuaries at the mouth of tributaries, inland lakes associated with tributaries, large connecting channels between lakes, and large tributary systems. In some lintic areas, granular balicide, a special granular form of the lampricide balicide, is used. During applications, granular balicide is dispersed over a predetermined area of the water's surface to ensure complete coverage of the assessment area. Once in the water, the granules settle to the bottom, dissolve, and cause larvae to emerge from their burrows and swim to the surface to be collected. In other lintic areas, the control program may use a deep-water electrofisher. This specially designed equipment consists of a modified pontoon boat with an electrofishing bell and suction tube. The bell is lowered to the stream bottom, where the bell electrodes are electrified to stimulate larvae out of the stream bed, at which point the suction tube vacuums the larvae up to the boat for collection. Measuring the size and age of the larvae collected provides biologists with information about how well the populations grow and survive in each stream or offshore area. Technologies such as Global Positioning Systems, or GPS, and Geographic Information Systems, GIS, are used to measure and map the exact distribution of larvae and to target control efforts, especially in large rivers such as the St. Mary's River near northern Lake Huron. Who handles the data collected from initial larval assessments? The Sea Lamprey Control Board, an expert panel that helps allocate resources among various aspects of the Sea Lamprey Control Program, is comprised of several task forces. One of these is the Larval Assessment Task Force, or LATF. There are far more sea lamprey producing tributaries throughout the Great Lakes than the control program can treat in a year. Thus, a process is in place that assists the Larval Assessment Task Force in determining when and which tributaries will be treated using the limited resources available. Data collected from larval assessments is one of the key tools used by the Larval Assessment Task Force to rank tributaries for treatment. In addition, the LATF is responsible for refining parameters of models of sea lamprey population biology and habitat, effort and costs, and control effectiveness, developing annual border-blind schedules that maximize efficiency, updating standard operating protocols as required, developing estimates of cost for the larval assessment program, assisting in the development of research and technical assistance project pre-proposals, and reviewing research proposals and prioritizing task force research needs. Currently, the LATF is also planning and evaluating the recurring targeted lampricide treatment strategy, whereby the 3 Great Lakes with the highest sea lamprey populations receive additional treatment effort on a rotating schedule. Members of the Larval Assessment Task Force work hard to ensure the success of the sea lamprey control program.